what's going on. So I wanted to go over real quick what the future holds. Subscribe to my channel if you want the realness. So I'm going to tell you basically like this. First of all, anyone who wants facts, you're never going to get them from me. You're not getting my opinion either. You're just going to get the truth. It's whatever you want to believe at the end of the day. I care less what you have to say. Anywho, so I'm going to tell you what the future holds if you already didn't know. It's pretty easy. And how do I know this? I base all my life on what I feel. Also, I was going to die the last couple years, but you don't need to know that. I've seen the future too, and there is multiple ways to see the future. It's easy to see the future, and if you don't think you can see the future, it's because you've been brainwashed, or maybe your pineal gland is freaking washed up. Anywho, super easy what the future holds. Basically, it's going to be like this. All the small businesses, everything that's been going on, you got to see history repeats itself, but I didn't get this from a repetition of history, though you could say somewhere along the lines I have from divine stars. But I just know that what the future holds, and it's basically like this. History doesn't have to repeat itself, though. The small businesses are going to rise. The corporations are going to come down. Because what they're trying to do is now, all this pandemic stuff, they're trying to knock out all the small businesses. Because the small businesses, guess what, we're on the rise? Small businesses. Why? Because people don't like corporation ties in industry, because they ruin the environment and they ruin the whole world, the whole industry, all the industries, you wouldn't even believe all this stuff. And there's stuff that I don't even know when it comes to what they do, because they just take control of you. We are going to take power back as people. And when this happens, I feel it in my bones. That's what I mean. I feel what I say. And I know people, idiots, want to argue against me, which is fine. I mean, you can always argue against me. I'm not here to argue with anybody. It's pretty simple if you see the pattern that's going on. All the small businesses are going to rise, the corporations are going to fall, and we're just going to have more power in our hands. And we're going to be more sustainable about ourselves. We're going to be more aware about our stuff. It's coming, like people say, it's the rediscovery or discovery age. For some people, not me. You gotta understand, this is all pretty much planned and written in the stars, but you can see it before it happens, and you have a choice to do what you do. Some people are gonna go fend for themselves and go live off grid. Some people are gonna band up together, which is what we should do. We're gonna bring power back into the communities, and we're gonna rely on ourselves. That being said, we're not gonna have to necessarily go to Costa Rica up here in the USA for foods. We're just gonna freaking grow our own food like any normal person would, and get our food locally. We should get all our ingredients locally. There's nothing wrong with diversity, but we'll go to a different location for diversity, or maybe incorporate it in some other ways, such as greenhousing. But that being said, I don't think Alaska needs to have a greenhouse for bananas. They can. Now, why am I going off with this? Again, because a lot of our work and ethics and everything, they just send it all over the place. And it's pretty much, it's pretty much a competitor thing, and it won't be as much competition later on. It's going to be more, people are going to be loving. It's going to be more communal in a way, supportive of each other. Or you're going to actually maybe talk to your neighbors, and we're all going to get along. It's inevitable, and it's going to happen. It's just like the power of love. But as a business and an economic way, the big industries, you got to understand something. I also wanted to say this. Apple, Samsung, Amazon, these people don't give a shit about you. Just because you buy their products and use the service, they want you to be the slave to their product and their service. Why am I saying this? Because Amazon and all these people, Google, have so much money, they can help, which most of them are started in the US, we could say this, or even if they aren't, just some companies that are started in the US that have, these people have so much money, they could help so many people out. You know what I mean? They could change the world easily. They don't want to change the world because they want you to be a slave to it. Even Donald Trump, for example, has a lot of money. Now, I'm not attacking him or accusing him, because there's plenty of more people who have more money than him. They want to keep all the money for themselves, because you don't understand greed. Once anything evil takes over in your body and you follow with it, it just brings more greed. Lust can be greed and it can be bad too. Can be bad. It usually is. Lust is not really a good thing. And you can argue against that, but usually it's going to result in negative karma. Again, taking more than you have, greed. There's so much money that so many people have and they don't help no one. And then there's people who barely have nothing to help everyone. You know, these people are so rich. They could do so many things. Our whole history, our whole positivity, our whole energy, they swept it under the rug. They don't want you to have it because they want you to be a slave to the system. This is why we're going to break out and we're going to develop into pretty much tribes, cultures, and communities again. It will be that way. It will be that way, but it will be on a much bigger scale and loving. It's going to, because we have more people now and we're more accessible and people are just basically starting to wake up again and starting to realize how they're supposed to feel. A lot of people are numb. You don't want to get numb in life. Life is actually meant to be felt in all aspects of it. It's not words, it's not thoughts, it's just feeling and visions, you could say. Visions are more important to me than words, because the vision's what gets you there. It's all about the vision. In fact, I don't even think God had a word first with anybody. It was a vision. It had to be. Oh well, that's not even a big deal anyway. Subscribe to the channel. I just wanted to get this out there real quick. So have a nice day.